Something serious happened over there. We need to find out. My son doesn't have a voice.
This father took his autistic, nonverbal son to Harbor Oaks Hospital in the hopes he'd get better. But in many ways, he says he got worse.
What I'm going through right now, I don't want any other parents going through.
He's asked that we not name him nor his son, who we'll call Derek. It was April when he brought him to Harbor Oaks after he started becoming more violent. He spent weeks being treated at the New Baltimore facility before he was released in May. But when he returned home and his dad gave him a shower...
As soon as I take his shirt off, I see a claw mark. After the claw mark, I see spots on his back everywhere. And then I take his pants off, I see like a skin. The skin was like peeling. That's when I told my wife right away, something's wrong.
When he called Harbor Oaks to ask about the marks, bruises, and open wounds, he says a nurse told him they may have been caused by bed bugs.
Did those wounds look like bed bugs to you?
No, not at all. The way she was talking, it seemed like, she was just making things up.
A doctor would say the wounds were more consistent with trauma. A file was opened with Child Protective Services. We still don't know what caused those wounds or why the hospital didn't tell Derek's father about them. Harbor Oaks says they're still investigating. But we do know this. Derek wasn't the only patient at Harbor Oaks that month to require medical attention.
New Baltimore Police, dispatcher Wyndham.
2 days after Derek was discharged from Harbor Oaks, 2 other patients say they were assaulted by another patient.
The first patient was punched and the second patient was kind of body slammed.
According to police records, both patients were punched in the face. One was thrown to the ground, causing a seizure. New Baltimore Police investigated, and this month, the patient responsible was charged with assault and battery and assault with intent to do great bodily harm by strangulation. He is awaiting trial. But police would return to Harbor Oaks very soon. Only a few weeks later, they were called again when another patient claimed he was the victim of a sexual assault. On June 3rd, a 17-year-old patient at Harbor Oaks said before he went to bed, his roommate asked him to perform oral sex. The teen said no. Then, according to police records, the roommate put his hands down the victim's pants and molested him for 10 minutes.
The old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's been an incredible amount of smoke coming out of this facility.
Mark Reinstein is the president of the Mental Health Association in Michigan. Prompted by our reporting, he asked the state of Michigan to launch an investigation into Harbor Oaks. He met with state officials in February.
I've been doing this work for 35 years. I know when bureaucrats don't want to deal with something. That's what we got.
State officials say they've conducted inspections at Harbor Oaks as recently as May, finding the facility was compliant with all federal laws and adding that their inspections ensure that patients are protected. Mark Reinstein says 3 criminal allegations in less than 30 days would say otherwise.
Is this going to help finally push the state to do something? Or will they continue to do nothing?